MLS Next Pro heads to the capital of Ohio for a Monday afternoon mashup between a couple of Eastern Conference clubs on opposite ends of the league table. Crew 2 return home to defend their field, where they have yet to fall in regulation across 6 matches. Connecticut United, they had their inaugural home opener spoiled by Crew 2 and seek revenge, coming in riding good form on the road with 2 consecutive results. We're happy to have you with us this afternoon. I'm Josh Lill, set to take you the full 90 minutes. Columbus, well, they're a team that's thrived on accuracy in both scoring chances and passing attempts. The visitors, well, they return with Gunther Rankenberg in net, and since he's returned from injury, they've taken results in 3 of their last 4. And for Columbus, 4 changes for Federico Higuain from the victory over NYCFC 2. Brent Adugiampi and Zach Lloyd return to the 11 at their wingback positions. Isaac Heffes will see crucial minutes on the back line that we usually see in that Crew 2 traditional fashion, the 5-back system. Luke Bruder makes his 12th start in net this year, and expect Johan Chirinos and Nicolas Rincon, a couple of very versatile players in the central part of the park, to provide not only defensive coverage, but give you stability going forward. And Zach Senge, with a team-high 7 goals this season, he and Kevin Bombley have tortured opponents on the attack with a combined 12 goals and 6 helpers throughout the year. And taking a look at the starting 11 for the visitors today, the inaugural season continues for Shavar Thomas and Connecticut United. They have hopes of making the postseason, and if this current run that they're on can continue, they'll find themselves in the conversation come the months in fall. Gunther Rankenberg, a huge presence and a part of the team's recent success. He's in net. It's an unchanged backline for Connecticut from their last match against Huntsville City. Dylan Lacey, the only constant in the midfield. He'll be joined by Ernesto Gomez and Steven Serwada. And lastly, Alex Monin had a career day against Huntsville. He'll look to carry that momentum that he had in the previous match up top with Tanyan Paisho at his side. Monis recorded a goal and assist, as well as the game-winning penalty kick victory to secure all 2 points in the shootout. We're just moments away from kickoff at Scotts Miracle-Gro Field in Columbus, Ohio. Columbus in the yellow kits with dark letters and numbers. Connecticut in the light kits with dark letters and numbers as well. Luke Bruder, Gunther Rankenberg, our starting keepers today. As we mentioned, Federico Higuain in his 2nd season at the helm of Columbus Crew 2. Set his 11 and stands on the near touchline. Opposite of him, Shavar Thomas in his first year leading Connecticut United in their inaugural campaign. 87 degrees today in Columbus, Ohio. It is a hot one. We've seen soccer matches from all throughout the country have to take rests throughout for a water break, just to keep player safety first. We saw it in that friendly against the United States and Germany in Chicago. The referee checks her whistle. And we're just moments away here. Columbus Crew 2, they've had quite the campaign. Currently 5th in the Eastern Conference, 6 wins, 4 losses, and 2 for 3 in penalties. Whereas Connecticut United, they were riding a lot of hope, picking up a win in their first match of the season, but since then it hasn't necessarily been easy. Just 3 wins total this year, 6 losses, but they're 2 for 2 in penalties. They sit at 13th in the Eastern Conference. Could jump a couple of spots today if they were to walk away with all 3 points, but it won't be easy against a Columbus Crew 2 side who has been stellar at home. In 6 matches, they have yet to lose in regulation. 4 victories and a couple of PK appearances, picked up 1 win in the process. A good road test for Shavar Thomas's side today. And for Crew 2, they can cap off the match week with a victory. They'll find themselves right in the conversation atop the Eastern Conference. At the sound of the whistle, we're ready to go and underway from Columbus, Ohio. Columbus Crew 2 and Connecticut United set to do battle over the next 90 minutes. It's an exciting contest that we're very pumped to bring to you today. I'm Josh Lill. We thank you for tuning in. Sean Tahini, our head official today. Gunther Rankenberg, the first to touch. Will play this one a long ways away from the confines of his net. And Luke Pruder gets his mitts on the ball for the first time today. 12th start for Pruder. He's accumulated a few shutouts this year, 3 to be exact, and has stopped 67% of the shots he's faced. Columbus Crew too, they concede a lot of goals, but part of the reason they have that stellar record is their ability to score. They set up shop. For Crew 2, it's Isaac Heffes, Quinton Elliott, and Chris Rogers, those central 3. It is a 5-back system, but the wing-backs for Crew 2 very aggressive on the outside. Today it's Zach Lloyd and Brent Adugiamfi, as we mentioned. They do know when to fall in defensively to make it that formidable 5-back system that you normally see from a Columbus Crew 2 team. Although of the two, Brent Adugiamfi definitely more of the attacking threat, with 4 assists on the year to go with 1 score. We'll see how Connecticut United handles the wide play today. Waits header up. Awkward touch from Chirinos, and it falls back for Connecticut United. Lucas Kemrath plays it back to Rankenberg. Safely keeps it away from his box. A whistle in the middle of the park. Sean Tahini cleaning things up, keeping order. She motioned at the wrist. Tarun Perumanchi, as he took some of the tape off, she felt like it might have been a hazard. Gets that equipment malfunction taken care of, and we're back underway. And Cone's feed denied. Connecticut United with their first positive movement going forward, but it's an overzealous feed up to Paisho. Pruder, the former UC Irvine man, spent 5 years, picked up 14 shutouts in his time in Southern California. Finished as a top 10 keeper all time for UCI. In win, shutouts, saves, and goals allowed, along with matches played. In his second year with the team. Such a key part of all the success that Crew 2 have had on the defensive side of the ball. There's Gunther Rankenberg. Came to Connecticut United from Greenville Triumph in USL League One. Spent 3 years under the leadership of Rick Wright. He was a massive part of Greenville's run to the League One semifinals, where they fell to the eventual champions Union Omaha in 2024. And with the 26-year-old net, you get just veteran presence, as he is someone who has made a run deep in a postseason, and that experience is invaluable to a team in their inaugural season. And that leadership and skill, it starts from the back, and with a guy like Gunther Rankenberg, you certainly get that every match day and every training session. Could be tested here as Columbus Crew 2 refuse to allow entry from Connecticut United and begin play out of the back. Last time these two teams got together, we mentioned April 11th. It was Connecticut's first ever home match. So they have a chance in transition. It's worked outside Monis, his cross central. Goes to Columbus Crew too. And Monis, the captain, back on the ball. He did score in that inaugural home opener. Tanya inside, and Cruder scoops it up with ease. Monis had a goal in stoppage time at the end of the first half. It was a big part of the chance creation here. Tanya couldn't find the run of Paishao to the back post. And even though Connecticut United fell 3-1, it still was a historic day, and again gave a lot of hope for what's to come with Connecticut United. One of 3 independent sides this year in MLS Next Pro, along with Carolina Court and Chattanooga FC. MLS Next Pro only to grow over the next several years. Both these reserve teams and independent sides get a chance to clash week in and week out. And what it can do for the communities that don't really see a lot of soccer. The future looks quite bright as this one served to the near side. Zach Lloyd. Rogers around, back to him. Lloyd. Chirinos. Karen Manchi. And to Rogers. Karen Manchi in just his 3rd start in his professional career. He was taken 49th in the most recent MLS Super Draft by Columbus Crew out of UCLA, where he helped the Bruins win the Big Ten title in 2025. Once a captain at the University of California, Los Angeles. It's the right profile for this team that continues to add depth and leadership in the midfield. Go back to April 11th, the last time these two teams met. It appeared Connecticut United did everything right on the score sheet to win that one. They led in shots on target. Blocks, they had nearly triple the amount of crosses that Columbus Crew 2 had, and that's impressive considering the outside play that Federico Higuain's side loves to use. They were aggressive too, nearly double the amount of fouls. Came out swinging as the hosts. But it was not enough in the end today. Their aggressiveness will certainly be needed if they want to have the edge. Threatening in the area. Applewhite outside. Camrath threw into traffic. And Luke Cruder tested, but didn't need a touch. Camrath with the nice poke inside, and it's Lacey working through the midfield. And a bit off target, but that's what you like to see in the short field, the quick passing from Connecticut United to open things up. And that central column of the pitch, which Columbus Crew 2 can be quite compact defending. Played wide. Zach Lloyd has Chirinos central. It's behind him. Serrata goes down, draws the foul. And Connecticut United can take over in their own end. And it was a resilient performance against Huntsville City. Of course, Alex Monis completely stole center stage from everybody in that match. opened the scoring in the 8th minute. And the assists to Daniel DiPolito. Paixão on the byline, could not keep it in. And of course it was Monas who had the game-winning penalty kick in the shootout to pick up 2 points for Connecticut against Huntsville City. And Monas felt like that first goal where he stole the ball off a deflection and a lackadaisical play by the Huntsville back line. The deflection was so hard that it actually rolled all the way back to the net. Ricocheted off the woodwork, and then Monas just put it home simply with no one to stop him. Giampi through. Lloyd on it. Monas in recovery. Chirinos sees daylight. Zenge put to a stop momentarily. Lloyd in pursuit and retrieves. His cross deflected out, but last touched by that right leg of Zach Lloyd. And Connecticut take over. Back to that last match, Alex Monas felt like that goal just encapsulates the style of play that Connecticut want to carry out every single training session and match. They simply want to force mistakes from opponents when they're playing out of the back, and right now Columbus Crew 2 haven't had a need to. They've been on the front foot in the attacking half for the majority of these first 13 minutes or so. Lacey beat to the ball. And Serwata there. And Nixon Van Hees to the deck and in pain. Ginger back on his feet. And it's Crew 2 who can set up shop on the free kick. Zenge and Nicolas Rincon. A moment to break the deadlock if they can execute. It's Rincon to the back post. And misses the head of Kevin Bombley. Turns it right back over to Connecticut. Shavar Thomas's side has often found success without the ball. You can look at the Huntsville City match. They didn't see a lot of early action. Besides the quick goals, Huntsville City certainly maintained possession. And if you're Columbus Crew 2, you have to be very precise in every action on the ball. Guys like Alex Monas are ready for the poach to create chances on the counter. Columbus Crew 2, in a comeback fashion, knocked off New York City FC 2 on the road. They trailed 2-0 at the break, but the efforts of Chris Rogers with Kevin Bombley and Johan Chirinos to put together a hat-trick of goals in the second half secured 3 points for Columbus Crew 2 when it looked like for about 2/3 of that match that they would walk out with nothing. Bombley slow to get up. And they showed their versatility attacking-wise with Rogers converting on a header. And then the heads-up play from Kevin Bombley as the keeper had an easy ball in the air to handle, mishandled it. It fell to the ground and Bombley was there to pounce and put it away. That extra awareness to get inside the 6-yard box and not make life easy for the opponent. Key attribute of the play of Kevin Bombley, and that's why you love to have him atop that formation if you're Federico Higuain. And then of course the game winner for Chirinos set up as Chase Adams drew a penalty late, and the goal was converted in the 91st minute. Played through Zenge on his left and steered aside by Applewhite. Official healthcare provider and fan of the Columbus Crew, Ohio Health, believe in we. Bonus. Gomez tripped up on the play and sets up Connecticut going forward. You can see, very much like Columbus, Connecticut very aggressive with their outside backs. Andre Applewhite and Rickson Van Hees asked to cover a lot of ground as Crew 2 whistled for the foul. And with that, there is a demand to get back and defend. Oftentimes, Steven Serwada and Ernesto Gomez, the duties fall on them today to really create a defensive block with Javar Stevenson and Lucas Camrath, and provide that extra fortification to allow Van Hees and Applewhite to get forward. Serwada through and stripped away. Karumachi. Rincon. Karumachi directing the ball backward, and all of a sudden Columbus Crew 2 for the length of the pitch in an attempt to spread this defense out. Chirinos. Rogers doesn't feel the need to take any risks, and it sits on the back line. Rankenberg plays out of the back. Camrath through. The 5 defenders back for Columbus Crew have made it a tough last line to break if you're the Connecticut players. Camrath battles the sun. 87 degrees today at Scott's Miracle Grow Field in Columbus, Ohio. Also home of the first team Columbus Crew in the MLS. Paisho testing the distance, and Quentin Elliott able to beat Dylan Lacey to the ball in an all-out sprint. We're a third of the way through the hour. No goals to show for it. Interception by Applewhite. What can he do with the space? Sees room for himself. And Tanyi pushed off the ball. Crew 2 not giving him any room as well. Take down. And an immediate card shown. Zenge, the victim on the play. Ernesto Gomez with the tie-up. It forces an immediate pull to the pocket for Sean Tahini, our head official today. No shots so far for Connecticut. Crew with a pair. often found themselves just hoping to pick out that right pass from the back line. That's not the case there as Monas underserves that pass. Numbers behind the ball. Crew 2 continue to march forward in search of that first illustrious goal here today. Again confirmed Ernesto Gomez with his second booking on the year. Comes on the takedown of Zach Zange. It's understandable you don't want a guy like Zange to get out in open space. Currently with the joint third most amount of goals in MLS Next Pro with 7. And has often found ways to test keepers. 14 shots on target. It's good for 7th in the league. The Columbus Crew 2, they've been on a roll when Zange gets on the score sheet. The team is 4-1-1. And he scores a goal. Can they make it 5? Zange's shot blocked. Applewhite was right there. And Zange nearly tallies a score on cue. The success of this team runs right along with the momentum that Zange brings, and Andre Applewhite simply puts himself between the ball and Gunther Rankenberg, and Connecticut, chance out in space, Paixão rejected. Shows a little frustration, and Luke Gruder had to come off his line a bit. Did so with confidence. A well-timed run. It would have been a tough feed to the near side to Barnabas Tanier. Kawa Paixão felt the shot was the right move, and it wasn't an easy save for Pruder by any means. It does set up a corner kick after the first shot of the afternoon for Connecticut. Sean Tahini brings order to the box. It's Dylan Lacey without swing. It's behind Tanier. Falls to Gomez. Steven Serwada. Over the head of Dylan Lacey. And Crew 2 come away unscathed. If Columbus can get Zach Zange involved, again, the odds are in their favor. As previously mentioned before, those couple of scoring chances by both Columbus and Connecticut. Crew 2, 4 wins, 1 loss, excuse me, and a PK victory. When he scores, at one point had a really good run through April and the start of May. 5 goals and an assist in 4 straight matches. Since then, just 1 goal and 1 assist. Has cooled off a bit. Opponents correctly doing a good amount of scouting on Zange. Nice touched by Columbus, and Connecticut take over. Erickson Van Hees. The throw in. Nearly gets a second touch on it. And Javar Stevenson draws the foul. Tugged from behind and pulled to the deck. You could see the presence of the Loyola University Maryland alum. Stands 6'7" on this Columbus back, or on the Connecticut back line, excuse me. A daunting task to go up against, and certainly a huge piece of this Connecticut defense, and they love having him here in year 1. Nationwide, the official insurance partner of the Columbus Crew. Javar Stevenson with that height. Comes the prowess on set pieces and header opportunities. if it's advantageous for him to come forward. He's certainly dangerous. You mentioned in this first year, the back line along with Gunther Rankenberg, and that connection between keeper and back line still building a little cohesiveness. But the pivotal playing time that he's seen, he understands come with great responsibility. And the coaching staff has really set that in motion with teaching every player to go about every aspect, whether it's in training or in the games themselves, with such intensity. But Stevenson pointed out, as the communication continues to grow, it encourages Connecticut that signs of defensive solidity are still to come, and he has words with Sean Tahini. Felt like that foul call was a little out of place. Nonetheless, Crew 2 take over. Giamfia inside, Rincon. Lloyd, curling ball, kept away by Camreth. Karumanchi resets to the back line. Rincon looking down that central column, gets the touch. Zange wanted the give and go. And Connecticut, with the littlest of touches, it was enough to throw off Crew 2 and take over possession. And Rogers went high in the air to get it. It pays off. Zange on his left, and Rankenberg able to protect that back post and not allow a touch on the backside to Kevin Bombley. Connecticut with 3 shots, 1 on target. Crew 2 have yet to completely test Gunther Rankenberg. Lloyd didn't have a clean handle at first. Takes the safe option. Quentin Elliott. It eventually works to Zange. Lloyd calls for it, and nice move by Zange to open up the attack. Chirinos, Zange. Camreth knocks it loose. Serrata through. It was blocked. Won back by Paisho. Right into the arms of Luke Pruder. At the half-hour mark, we're scoreless between Columbus Crew 2 and Connecticut United 2. Connecticut United, excuse me. I'm Josh Lill, happy to have you with us today. Ball on the ground. That one-timer might have taken a touch. Bombley onto his right, and it just misses Gunther Rankenberg. And Sean Tahini motions for a hydration break, and with that, we'll take a short pause from play, and here's a look at the action. Giamfia inside, and Chirinos, that might have touched the foot of Javar Stevenson. And Kevin Bombley found his way to the ball, but could not test Gunther Rankenberg. Both teams will hydrate. As the league taking an approach today for player safety. Given the weather, it's 87 degrees. The humidity at around 55%. Certainly does not make the conditions favorable, but the sun is shining here on Scott's Miracle Grow Field. Home of the first team of Columbus Crew 2, Columbus Crew, in Major League Soccer. A couple of shots late in the half for Crew 2. And they've been on the ball quite frequently today, building out of the back, but have not seen that execution in the final third, whereas the opposite a bit for Connecticut. They've won the ball right around midfield and have created a lot of short field situations. They put one on frame today and several around Luke Pruder, but neither side has been able to find the back of the net. If you want any indication of the dominance on the ball, Columbus Crew 2 right now with 265 passes compared to Connecticut's 111. They've done so at an accurate rate of 86%. It's been mostly vertical play. Neither side has crossed the ball at a high rate. We've seen just one corner. Of course, Luke Pruder has made the only save today for Crew 2. Other scores from around the league on Friday: Toronto, Crown Legacy, and Timbers 2 victorious. Inter Miami 2 was postponed in their match Saturday against NYCFC 2. Chattanooga, Atlanta United 2. Both with shutouts on Saturday. St. Louis City 2 with a PK victory over a struggling Colorado Rapids 2 team. And in the nightcap, Ventura County with the 3-1 victory over the high-flying Houston Dynamo 2. Yesterday we saw 4 matches. New England knocked off Cincinnati 2 on the road. Carolina Core fell away from home to Orlando City B. Earthquakes 2 and Austin 2 with shutouts of Monarchs and LAFC 2 respectively. And today, just one more game tonight to wrap up the match week. Minnesota United 2 hosts SKC 2. Well, that's the water break. We're back underway. Just over 11 minutes to go until the announcement of stoppage time. Neither side has gotten on the score sheet and have hopes of breaking the deadlock. And the yellow card today has been shown to Ernesto Gomez. Other than that, it's been clean play. Crew 2 test the distance. Draw the goal kick for Gunther Rankenberg, who he felt since the return of his injury that things have felt a lot better for him physically. In Connecticut, they've slowly built a rapport over the last 4 games, and they're picking up results in 3 of their last 4. A win, 1 loss, and 2 PK victories in May. That victory most notably coming over Red Bull New York 2. And in all 4 of those matches, as Sean Tahini goes to the whistle, and first yellow card shown against Crew 2. Quentin Elliott shown the booking. And followed through a little bit much. The 22-year-old Brazilian forward. Paixão back to his feet. But nonetheless, this run for Connecticut United, they have faced high-level competition. All of their previous 4 opponents are in the top 9 for the Eastern Conference in MLS Next Pro. What a turnaround it's been after suffering 3 losses in all 3 matches in April. Javar Thomas has to be pleased with what he's seeing. Serwada down. Taisho in pursuit and beat to the ball. But it forces a clear by Columbus. And Connecticut are threatening. Lisi near the ball. Taisho. Gomez. Then he's outside. It's Tanyi. Couldn't connect, and Columbus take over. Serwada with the near interception. Does not work to his advantage. Columbus Crew 2 very confident on the ball. Top 8 in the league in terms of passes attempted and passes converted. Not afraid to share the ball and do so in risky situations. It does make it tough for Connecticut United. Doing their best on the press, and Crew 2 have been able to break it, but then force Connecticut to go the length of the field, which hasn't necessarily been a strength, as Lloyd enters the area. Zach Lloyd's cross deflected out for a Columbus corner kick. First one of the day for the hosts. In terms of accuracy, when shooting the ball, Crew 2 top 5 in MLS Next Pro. They found ways to test teams often and successfully. Can they do so here? The header in goes right by Elliott, but a foul inside the area against Columbus allows Connecticut to retain the ball. Rogers back to Pruder. No trouble with it for the moment. Pruder way off his line, and Connecticut take over. Ernesto Gomez goes from distance and way over the head of Luke Pruder. Through and a clean touch by Kevin Bombley. Was in search of Zenge and could not find him. In a little bit of frustration from Crew 2. You saw Bombley look up to the sky and asking the questions of why, but has a chance to get them on the score sheet before the half. Distance tested, and Taisho hounded to Serwada. Scott's Miracle-Gro, official lawn care and gardening partner of the Columbus Crew. Andre Applewhite taking advantage of the break. It's a little hydration. You can just tell from the scorching heat, the bright sunlight on the pitch, that it is not easy today. Neither team has been able to get out and run, and you wonder if it's the high temperatures and the humidity that are playing a factor into that. We've seen a lot of lengthy exchanges, keeper to keeper, back line to back line. And I alluded to it earlier, Columbus Crew very content with holding the ball on their back line. And if they don't see that middle entry to guys like Johan Chirinos, Nicolas Rincon, they test the long ball, and oftentimes it's inaccurate as Lacey takes over and nearly in, as Pruder was way off his line. This giveaway by Crew 2 nearly costly. Errant ball from Isaac Heffes back in the starting 11 today. And Dylan Lacey just wide. What a chance that would have been if Lacey maybe took another split second to aim that shot a little more. Chirinos corrals it. Give and go, Chirinos inside, chance before the break, and the line is cleared. Oh, what a sequence for Connecticut United. Jafar Stevenson lays out and keeps this one scoreless. Here's the give and go, Chirinos to Bombley on that right side, and there was no hope for Rankenberg. And Jafar Stevenson puts his 6'7" body frame on the ground, on the line. And we are scoreless for the moment. Service in, batted away by Rankenberg. Flicked forward to Lacey. Nearly had a goal moments ago. As Tanyi, Barnabas Tanyi, beat to the ball, and Lacey tripped up, draws the foul. The momentum going in spurts for both of these clubs. For 1 second, it's Connecticut, the next Columbus, and now the visitors found themselves in transition. Lacey takes one for the team. Play reset. Adu Giamfi does not allow entry. Hardly pressured in the corner, but plays it off the Connecticut defender. Chirinos, flag stays down. Good job to time his run and meet the ball as well. Chirinos. Beautiful ball to the other side of the box. Crew 2. It's a daring build. Not finished yet. Sawada taken down. Hope on the attack. Ends for Columbus Crew 2. Gunther Rankenberg wasting precious time off the clock. And our fourth official has indicated 3 minutes of added time. Again, a very cut and dry first half of play between Crew 2 and Connecticut United. Just 2 shots on target, 1 for each team. The shot numbers have gone up. Connecticut out in front 5-4. The first half has been often defined by lengthy possession for Crew 2, with lack of execution. And for Connecticut, it's momentum and partial success in moments, but few and far between. Now in added time. Could this be the break that Connecticut has been waiting for? Easy handle for Luke Bruder, untested. Rogers into traffic. Nearly controlled again. Javar Stevenson. Rogers and Van Hees showing some physicality on that right side of the formation. Just about 1 minute to go until the approximate conclusion of stoppage time. Will this deadlock be broken before both clubs head to the locker room? Well, only time will tell. It does look positive here for Crew 2. Zenge inside with Chirinos. Bombley's feed. Bounced off a Connecticut defender. Visitors test the long ball. Tactical foul from Crew 2. Stevenson. Van Hees. Outside, sets up Monis. Crossing chance, takes that. And Paisho there, but the header a dud. And we head to the half scoreless between Columbus Crew 2 and Connecticut United. And coming up in our halftime show, we go from coast to coast to profile a pair of players plus highlights and our upcoming schedule after this timeout.
They say the world's game is played everywhere. This is how we play it here. Every weekend across North America. From Vancouver's mountain rain to the shores of Florida. From the city of angels to the heartland. The world's brightest stars light up our fields. Let's go. And our fans bring the world to life. In every language, in every city. One game, one roar. Sold out nights under lights. New soccer citadels rising from coast to coast. Every chant, every goal, another brick in a growing relief. Now, The world's biggest stage comes to our home. And when they arrive, they'll find the game's heartbeat has been here all along.
Welcome back. We are scoreless between Columbus Crew 2 and Connecticut United at the break. Let's head to the Tar Heel State and meet one of the cogs in the Carolina Core Club, Anthony Sumo. Later, we'll go back to earlier this season when we met LAFC midfielder Brian Moyado.
I just love to score goals. I just love to make the fans happy. I just love to see other people smile.
Sumo Jr. slaloming through, and that's just staggering from Carolina Core. Sumo Jr. trying to head it along. Sumo Jr. tucks it in, and it's headed down and past Juan Rojas. Anthony Sumo Jr., the breakthrough.
Growing up in Liberia, I grew up just watching people play at a high level. Like my dad played for the Liberian national team. All his brothers, they all play for the Liberian national team. All my uncles, everybody that I grew up around, George Weah, they all play at a very, very high level, and my eyes was open to it at such a young age. And just talking about it makes me passionate because football was the only thing they had, and it helped change their life, and it helped change my life. So they all just helped push me.
Growing up around the game gave Anthony an early love for it. But there was one person he always aspired to be like.
When you're very young, you just play for fun. You just have fun. Every time you see a ball, it's like it releases all your troubles, all your problems, and you're just playing and just enjoying yourself and having fun. So I never really pay attention to being a professional soccer player, but I knew I always wanted to be like my dad. And I always wanted to be like him personality-wise, and how he raised me, how he grew up. The amount of integrity he had and how he respected other people, and those are the things that I wanted to be like first before I even thought about being anything else.
When Anthony moved to the United States with his mom and sisters, life changed quickly.
Migrating from Liberia to the United States, me and my mom and two little sisters, it was very interesting at first because we never really thought about moving to a different country and changing our life, leaving our families behind and just leaving a lot of things. So just migrating over here and coming to the US, we faced a lot of adversity, and my mom, she had to go through the mud to work every day, 2 or 3 jobs just for us to have the opportunity that we have today. I give thanks and glory to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, because without him, I wouldn't be in the situation that I'm in today, because I think he gave me the strength and the courage to keep driving, to keep striving every day, because life is not as easy as you think it is.
No matter where he was, the game always felt the same to Anthony. It was the place where he felt most like himself. My
dad always tells me that. He always tells me you was born to be a professional football player, or you was born to be a football player. No matter where you play at, football is still the same. Whether you play in mud, play on sand, it's still the same. It never changed. So for me, whenever I step into any environment, whenever I step into anywhere, I just pray to God for him to shine his light through me so I can be able to do what I love.
We're not going to get it through, and a quick counter for Sumo. Gets a shot and scores! Sumo strikes back for Carolina!
Carolina Core gave Anthony an opportunity. That trust is something he carries with him every time he plays.
Carolina has changed my life, and they were the first club to give me the opportunity to achieve my dreams, and I'm just grateful and thankful. That's why every time I step onto the field, I want to give everything that I can for this club and for the fans and everybody else.
My name is Brian Moyado. I play for LAFC 2, and my position is center defensive mid.
For Brian Moyado, wearing the black and gold has been more than a dream. Growing up in Los Angeles, Brian found more than just a club. He found a home.
It means a lot. Growing up here in LA, this is a club that gave me a lot of opportunities, and which I'm really grateful for. Not only me, but my family. We're really grateful for this club, and it means a lot to me. You know, just wearing this badge every day, coming into the facilities every day, it just gives you that energy to work hard and just keep on progressing every day.
From the academy to the professional stage, Brian has grown with LAFC, on the field and off of it.
This club changes you a lot. It matures you at a young age for sure. I had a big injury 2 years ago, so I feel like that injury for sure made me more mature outside of the field. And also just the staff here for sure they push you outside of the field to be your better self.
That growth soon turned into recognition. Brian was named to the inaugural MLS Next All-Star Game in 2022.
You play with all the best from MLS Next, so it was a fun game. I had a lot of fun. It just gives you that encouragement to keep on pushing. And, you know, I told myself, you're doing great, but the job is not done. So just keep on pushing.
And in 2023, Moyado achieved a milestone that meant everything, his professional debut.
It meant a lot, not only for me, but for my family. We were very grateful for that opportunity that LAFC gave me. And that only meant one step closer, which was getting to the first team level. So it just motivates you to keep on working. It was a big accomplishment.
As a player, Brian prides himself on keeping things simple, dictating tempo, and doing the work that often goes unnoticed.
The way I would describe my game is, I mean, it's pretty simple. I keep it simple. I don't like to be too flashy. You know, 1-2 touches. I give some, I guess, tempo to the game. If we gotta play quick, then we'll play quick. If we gotta keep it calm, then we'll play calm.
What I like about Brian is that he's someone that has dealt with adversity. He's been through the injury process and has worked himself back to really good rhythm. He has a vision and really links us up in the midfield position to progress the ball in our possession progression. He's a hard worker and very good professional.
Moyado's journey has also included the honor of representing the U.S. on the international stage.
It was amazing, man. Those are good memories, memories that you never, take for granted. It was great opportunities. It gives you exposure not only from here from LA, but from all over the world. And it meant a lot for me, just putting that badge on for the first time. It just gives you that energy to, represent your country at the top level and give it your all every game, I feel like just the intensity of these training camps is just so high. Everything is just so intense that you're always at your 100%. Bringing that into this environment back not only helps me, but also helps my teammates.
Through it all, Brian remains grounded, humble, hardworking, and focused on enjoying every step.
Back in Columbus, Ohio, Columbus Crew 2 and Connecticut United scoreless at the break. And while we have a moment, let's take a look at what's going on around the league, and starting with recent scores from the match week. Austin FC2 continues to be one of the best defensive clubs in MLS Next Pro. They had the shutout over LAFC2. Carolina Core, those struggles here in 2026 continue after falling on the road against Orlando City B. St. Louis City 2, victorious at PK's over Rapids 2, and Houston Dynamo 2, one of the best teams this year, defeated on the road by Ventura County FC. Well, what's to look forward to on Wednesday? Whitecaps FC 2 welcome North Texas SC up to the Pacific Northwest. Real Monarchs hosts Timbers 2, and Carolina Core search for a major victory. And what a victory it would be against Crown Legacy FC, who currently sit atop the Eastern Conference. Colorado Rapids 2 search to get out of the bottom of the Western Conference table and pick up a win, hopefully, against Ventura County FC. Taking a look at highlights throughout the first half of play between Columbus Crew 2 and Connecticut United. We had no goals, but definitely some great chances for both sides. Starting out, Dylan Lacey put one right by Luke Pruder. It was the best early look that Connecticut United had. And then on the break, Kanoa Paisho on the fast break forced Luke Pruder off his line to make another save. Then Columbus Crew 2 finally got their shot. Chirinos whiffs, and Kevin Bombley could not finish this one, we would remain scoreless. Another interception here from Dylan Lacey, who's really had his head on a swivel today. Hit that one off the side netting. Crew 2 with their best chance to make it a 1-0 game. Chirinos inside, and watch Jafar Stevenson lays out, clears this one off the line, and we would remain scoreless. Well, we're just moments away from the second half of play between Crew 2 and Connecticut United. Stay with us, don't go anywhere. Second half of play coming up.
Yeah, boys hear sentiment. Flow tastes sweet like cinnamon. Open up doors, I'm a gentleman. View top floor, I'm still staying ahead of them. Running on fumes and adrenaline. Do what I do best. Can't rush in like a roulette. You can't name a better duet. Don't ask questions. Trying to figure out what sound. Don't worry about what next. Just wanna know what's next. Man, I say it so loud. Don't worry about what next. Just know we got now. Oh yes. Man, I say it oh so proud. Don't worry about what next. Just know we got now.
Should be a fun season of MLS Next Pro. Oh my! Pedrinho wins it!
Second half of play between Columbus Crew 2 and Connecticut United, just moments away. We're scoreless here at the break. And only both clubs can hope that this deadlock will be broken. Each side with plenty of chances to take the lead, but neither have been able to jump in front. Connecticut United out in front in shots, 6-3. Just one shot on target for each side. Columbus Crew 2 have certainly held the ball at a high rate, and they've passed it extremely well. 345 passes compared to 167 for Connecticut. Done so at a rate of 85%. Not many corner kicks today, just 3 between both clubs. Only save today belongs to Luke Pruder. And Crew 2 have definitely come out and have been the more aggressive of the two teams. Triple the amount of fouls that the visitors have accumulated today. Second meeting of the year between these two clubs. Crew 2 spoiled Connecticut's inaugural home opener with a 3-1 victory where Zach Sangate recorded a first half brace. Crew 2 head to midfield to talk things over one more time before the resumption of play. Meanwhile, for Connecticut, Gunther Reichenberg getting a few touches from the coaching staff. The field players also head to midfield. Connecticut have been very good on the road. A win and a PK victory in their last 2 matches away from home. And they were quite tested to start their first year as a club, as they began 2026 with 4 consecutive road matches and performed pretty well. 2 wins, 2 losses, but now the results starting to pour in after a winless April. Results in 3 out of 4 matches across May. They're ready to begin June with a smash mouth result. And what a result it would be if they could steal 3 points from Columbus Crew 2 today. Nico Coloniaris in for Connecticut United. Right now that stands as the lone substitution for either side here at the break. The visitors to take, and Captain Alex Monis on the ball. Connecticut in the light kits. Columbus in the yellow kits. We are underway for the second half of play. Will the deadlock be broken? Stay tuned for another 45 minutes to find out. Connecticut United on the road look to continue their point streak against Columbus Crew 2, who has not lost at home this year. We're happy to have you with us. I'm Josh Lill. Crew 2 clear that one away. Steven Serwada sees the end of his day. This was his 9th appearance today and made his 9th start. And again, Nico Coloniaris in for Shavar Thomas. A couple of players collide and an immediate whistle inside the area. Sean Tahini not playing around. A scary collision nonetheless on this cross. Ugh, and a couple of heads collide. Not a sight you want to see. All you can do right now is just hope that each one of these inflicted players can get back up on their 2 feet and continue today. Andre Applewhite cut the worst of it for Connecticut. Applewhite was in search of the ball in the air in an attempt to win it. Here's another look at it. Looks like Quentin Elliott was in the area. And it is Elliott and Andre Applewhite that collide heads. Players over to check on the injured men immediately at the very second that they hit the ground. And Sean Tahini with a smart move to whistle on the training staff at a moment's notice. A scary sight here, and it's good to see both players on their 2 feet. Either way, they'll have to step off and await re-entry at the direction of the 4th official. They do walk off, and that is a great sign to see. Andre Applewhite, Barbados international with 27 caps for his country, has scored 3 goals in his day. And 24 years old, brings a lot of veteran experience and, of course, international experience with the club. Quentin Elliott in his second year with Crew 2. He's part of the Columbus Crew Academy from 2017 to 2022, and saw a few minutes the year that they won the inaugural MLS Next Pro Cup as Bombly, his cross knocked down. Zenge, the intended target. Connecticut regained composure. Could not unleash Pie Show. Giamfi, nice give and go with Bombly. Giamfi goes down inside the area. And Sean Tahini, confident in the challenge. No penalty awarded. And is immediately crowded by a crew of Columbus players. Quite literally, Adu Giamfi. Excellent feed from Bombly on the inside, and they're asking for a foul against Stevenson in the box, and he just stood there with his arms up. Marginal contact, if that. And soccer is a contact sport, so that will happen. It was not enough to send Columbus to the spot. And Andre Applewhite back into the match. Great sight to see. Stevenson. Known as threatening. And handled by Pruder. It's a versatile and experienced central three that Federico Higuain trots out today against Connecticut. And also throughout the season, Chris Rogers, 20 years old, he came up through the academy, signed that next pro deal ahead of the 2024 season. Isaac Heffes, of course, with NC State in his collegiate days. Once a 79th overall draft pick in the draft. Columbus Crew really liked what they saw out of the all-conference rookie and tournament player. Lacey. Shoved off the ball by Isaac Heffes. And forces the goal kick. Not an easy play to deal with the speedy Lacey on that left side. And in a play like that for Heffes, there's a lot of factors that go in to making that play happen cleanly, but also it is a risky one nonetheless when you get near the area. This player down for the Crew. And Kevin Bombly went down in pain. Limping, but back to his feet. However, back to the defense of Heffes. It's important to take down the player inside the area. He also avoided the ball and prevented the corner kick. There's so much that has to go right on that single play to prevent Connecticut from having a scoring chance. And with this experienced central three, for Crew 2. You like your odds in those scenarios every single time. Adu Giamfi. Lacey. Tanyi. Here's Paisho. Paisho's pass, short-lived. Columbus were ready for it. Adu Giamfi has been protected by Dylan Lacey and limited to just a few steps at time along the flank. He did have that near chance creation. The give and go with Kevin Bombley. But otherwise has been limited today. Again, Columbus Crew 2 force you to play wide. And although it's left Connecticut vulnerable at times, not only have they been good at 1v1 defending on the outside, but that recovery defense to get back and protect the central areas. It's been impressive to watch. Again, 86 degrees at Scott's Miracle Grow Field. The keepers trade touches. Long ball played. Adu Giamfi onto his left. Nothing to it for Columbus. Jafar Stevenson has been a monster on the defensive end for Connecticut today and really throughout the year, and his story is quite eye-opening nonetheless. He was invited to Connecticut United's Fall Combine in 2025. Following his performance, earned a preseason trial, and from then secured a roster spot. It's someone who the coaching staff they've come to love and appreciate, his ability to withstand pressure. And you need that on a back line that's never played together. Allows them to be formidable. His ability to block shots, certainly we've seen that today. I mean, he cleared the line and a clear chance for Crew 2. And of course has an ability to disrupt attacks. Your 6'7" center back. You'll find yourself in the mix quite often. The question is, can you have an impact? For Stevenson, that is the case. Offensively has shown his ability to contribute. And a yellow card. Showing the way of Tarun Kurimanchi. First booking of the year for the California native. It's a stinger nonetheless. The training staff for Connecticut onto the pitch. With that, both sides get a second to recollect themselves. Ernesto Gomez went down. and back to his feet. Connecticut restart play in their defensive half. Lucas Camrath, the High Point alum, resets play. Applewhite chases. This one squeaks through and Bruder knocks it away. He draws a corner kick. And Paisho found himself right in the middle of hectic play, double teamed. And it was a dangerous touch there. It looked like from Quinton Elliott that made the ball that much more inviting toward Luke Pruder. No in swinger. Knocked away, and it's another corner kick. Powering life's most important moments, American Electric Power. Dylan Lacey over for the corner. Dangerous header. And Nixon Van Hees around the area. We'll see if it was him that got the touch. Another great chance for Connecticut. Got a chance to talk with Captain Alex Monis in the days leading up to this match, and one thing he pointed out over the last couple of matches, that execution, of course, it's helped them improve and pick up results in their last two road games, but it also, the lack of it, I should say, has taken away their ability to win in decisive fashion. Felt like against Red Bull New York too, they could have put up 6 goals. And against Huntsville, certainly 4, maybe even 5. And the captain noted that they have been better lately. It's noticeable and the team understands it, but it's not good enough, and they still have a long way to go if they want to be threats in the league come October. Execution piece so crucial, but one thing they like is the play on the road this year. Gunther Rankenberg just returned from injury on May 3rd. And since coming back, 1 victory, 1 loss, and 2 PK victories. Certainly been in high-pressured situations. Today has kept his team in it. Injured man on the far side for Connecticut. And the substitutions for both the hosts and the visitors will have to wait. Neil Taylor and Alex Gimple ready to come on for crew. Daniel DiPolito, a goal scorer against Huntsville City last weekend. Ready to see minutes just beyond the hour mark. Gimple, an academy product of Columbus. Seen him at that left wing-back spot. He'll be joined in by O'Neal Taylor. Leads the team in substitutions this year with 5. Another academy product. Gets pivotal minutes for Federico Higuain. Wait guides that ball out of play, and the substitutions now take place. Again, Gimple and Taylor in for Crew 2. Daniel DiPolito, the Fordham alum, who spent 4 years up in New York, scored 25 goals, 19 assists in 69 matches. He was a 3-time All-Conference player in the Atlantic 10. 2-time Conference Midfielder of the Year. Leads the team this year in substitutions. Got the start against Huntsville City. A fresh breath of life off the bench as he hops in right into the middle of the formation up top. Between Barnabas Tanye. Alex Mona says, beautiful challenge from Jafar Stevenson. He's tired. He's gone to the deck a couple of times on defensive sequences. Had to cover so much ground. Gets all ball. There's not even a debate from Crew 2 on if that was a penalty or not. Stevenson got all ball. Uses his length to his advantage. I mean, if you saw on the replay, the ground at which he can cover with the lengths of his stride. Certainly had the Connecticut players in awe. It can be said that he has taken 2 goals away today from Crew 2. One sure to be as he cleared the line, and well, that second one, it had a very good shot of getting into the back of the net if he was not there. Vertiv, official data center equipment provider of the Columbus Crew. Adu Giamfi feeds Lacey. Elliott back. Heffis. It's Rogers. No room for Gimple. Crew 2 have found themselves in close games on many occasions this year. If you take draws out of it, and there's 6 wins and 4 losses, excuse me. 4 of those matches have been 1-score affairs. They've come away with a record of 3-1 in those games. They know how to close them out. Nifty move, Elliott escapes. Stevenson did his best to keep that challenge from being reckless on Zach Zenge. It was not enough. He's whistled for the yellow. Fifth one of the season for Javar Stevenson. Crew 2 go quickly. Touch. Probably wanted a handball. Columbus do reset. Adu Giamfi has daylight. His cross, header is so close and it's wide. Columbus didn't know if the ball went out or not, but here's another look at it. Brent Adu Giamfi, service in. And from a great area, that one off the side of the head. Not at all how you would draw that one up if you're Federico Higuain. The head placement crucial in that spot. And it's those little errors that have kept Columbus off the board today. Prevented them from jumping out ahead. That certainly is one they'll want back. Injury on the pitch. This is not the hydration break. Well, you can see each team sharing the water. '70th minute, and we are scoreless. Both clubs continue to ask the questions and have not found any answers. Crew 2 in search of maintaining that dominance at home. There's Connecticut United to move their way up the table and get the summer started off on the right foot. Need all three today, and Jafar Stevenson was the injured man. He walks off the pitch. Lori Goddard into the match for Connecticut. And that is the substitution. What a loss on the pitch today for Connecticut United. Jafar Stevenson out with injury, unable to continue. And you saw it a little bit throughout the day when he would hit the ground to block a shot, clear the line. He'd be pretty shaken getting up, having to take his time. Out of Giamfi. Chirinos. Gimple. Lost it. Van Hees. So with Stevenson exiting, what do you lose if you're Connecticut? Well, it's the presence on the back line. 6'7" in soccer is hard to come by at any level. But again, that communication, that willingness to put the body on the line and get between the ball and the keeper. It goes away. Chance in the area. Applewhite with the shove. Wow, Rankenberg's right there. Through ball here. O'Neal Taylor found himself in dangerous territory. It looked like with that left foot, he did not get as much as he wanted on the ball as he would have liked. Rankenberg kept it out of the net. What a dangerous chance. Had to use his left hand. Didn't extend it much. The ball might have gone up high. We do play on. A stop from Gunther Rankenberg. One shutout this year in his first year with Connecticut. And what makes you nervous in that scenario? As Rankenberg comes off his line and didn't extend much. That's a credit to the Georgia native between the sticks to gain a sense of what O'Neal Taylor was looking to do and where that ball was going. Nature Made, the official vitamin partner of the Columbus Crew, made to care for fans. Chirinos. Giamfi, the flag raised for offside. Connecticut take over, and Zach Senge was a little displeased with the call. Bird comes off his line to take. Connecticut don't score a lot of goals. 4th lowest in the league with 15. But over the last couple of games and really in this 4-game stretch, they've been able to get it done. Convert at a higher rate as Gimple takes it away. Alex Gimple evades the defender. Centers this ball. Zenge calls for it. Zach Zenge can take the lead. Zenge! The deadlock is broken. And Columbus Crew 2 finally are out in front. Well, Zenge got the goal, but this play all starts with Alex Gimple, who went the whole defensive half to centralize the ball. Great pass up to Zenge, and he capitalizes with a now a team-high 8 goals in league competition this year. What a sigh of relief for Columbus Crew 2. You can see the smiles, the fist bumps, the high fives, the hugs. Crew 2 loves it. And that'll lead us right into the hydration break, as we're just 15 minutes away. And now a little less away from the announcement of stoppage time. Now it's about finishing this game. Crew 2, they've been very good at home. We mentioned 4-1-1 on the year. And they put Connecticut United in a tough spot. For Crew 2, who are usually really good in possession, they get the goal on the counter. And that's really where you miss Javar Stevenson, who's prevented a lot of those chances today. He exited with injury prior. And there you can see Gimple working his way through, gets this ball down the middle. And it's played up to Zenge from a difficult angle for the most part. Frankenberg did not think that one would go on Freeman. Quite the contrary. Zach Zenge in his first year with Crew 2, an alum of Georgetown University in Washington, D.C., where he scored 22 goals, recorded 28 assists across 81 matches, and you knew he would be special out of the gate, an All-American in 2025, and an All-Conference first-team player as well, and a team-high 14 goals in the fall of 2025. And help the Hoyas make the Elite Eight. Came over this year, signed a first-team deal with options from 2027 to 2029. Has been nothing short of sensational in 2026. Columbus Crew 2 finally break the deadlock. Up 1-0. And following the hydration break, Connecticut United now on borrowed time. Javar Stevenson again out with injury. Rory Godard replaces him. Deep throw from Applewhite into the sun. Otter Giamfi beat to the ball by Godard. There's a Connecticut corner kick. Dylan Lacey has one of these corner kick opportunities today. Players run into the box in search of using momentum to their advantage. Shot blocked. Tanya Wanda. Second chance not let through. Jonas with a jersey tug. Sean Tahini did not see it. Van Hees. Karumanchi does not allow entry. Applewhite back to retrieve. Rinkenberg. Wait again. Van Hees calling for Lacey to come to the ball. He does. That underlapping run covered up on the far side, and Connecticut hit the drawing board again. Somehow this one tiptoed in and kept alive. Crew 2 making noise. Lofted off. Taylor dancing. Taylor to Chirinos. Chirinos shot blocked and corralled by Rankenberg. It was Kevin Bombley on that play, and it is officially Kevin Bombley with the assist on the Zach Zenga goal. Quick give and go inside, this one through. Connecticut look for the tie. It's blocked out. Just under 10 minutes to go. Connecticut very much in this match. What a run through ahead. Goddard in the right spot. Found himself on that run with Dippolita. Outswinger. Header down, bouncing, popped up by Rogers. To a crowd. Wind up, oh, what a shot! It barely misses for Laurie Goddard. Goddard is coming off the bench. There's the header. It nearly was a great assist. With patience, just watched the ball, found his spot, timed it up off the volley. And Luke Pruder lucky to not be tested there. Zach Zenga scored. If this result holds, the team will be 5-1-1. He scores. It's an impressive stat line. It's simple, but it speaks volumes. Zenga in pursuit again, does get there. He fell on his own accord, as Lucas Camrath was in pursuit. Near side official did not see enough to wave down for the foul. Camrath couldn't play it through. O'Neal Taylor has numbers. Taylor, far side. Bombley, Rankenberg there. Zenga on the rebound collects. It's Bombley dancing through. It's jarred loose. And it's still a one-score game. Gunther Rankenberg showing composure between the sticks. Not to let this pressure from Crew 2 mess with him by any means. there, and Pruder able to beat Goddard to it. Here's another look at it. O'Neal Taylor finds Bombley on the backside. And how about Rankenberg? Sliding, goes across his body to make the save. Tie up there between Barnabas Tanyi and Tarun Karamanchi. Pruder steps out, and you can expect him to waste some precious seconds off the clock, just like we saw with Gunther Rankenberg headed into halftime. Zenga couldn't control. Up next for both these sides for Columbus Crew 2. It's another edition of the Hell is Real Derby. They're on the road to face FC Cincinnati 2. In just 6 days on Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, they lead that all-time series. 8 wins, 4 losses as Tanyi in the box. And that pass, right spot for Isaac Heffes. Just a little flinch to catch Tanyi and set up the corner kick. As for Connecticut, they'll go on the road to face Toronto FC 2. Also next weekend, they fell 2-0 at home to Toronto earlier this year. Both sides looking to avenge losses against their upcoming opponents. Well, the scoreline may have not carried over from April 11th when these two teams play, but Columbus's dominance on the ball certainly has. A lot of times when there wasn't much action going on, it was Chris Rogers, Isaac Heffes, and Quentin Elliott playing a little hot potato on the back line, just in search of the correct pass. Didn't see a lot of entries into the midfield to Johan Chirinos and Nicolas Rincon. It's been a lot of the play on the outside to Brent Adugiamfi, who found himself on the ball a little bit more in the second half. Chance for Connecticut. Applewhite to the middle. Short send and intercepted. Applewhite. Ernesto Gomez. Applewhite. Backside header, a push from behind, and John Tahini all over that one. Push from behind allows Crew 2 again to waste more time. Keep Connecticut from getting back into this match. Offside on the play. Zange thought there was a foul as he was pushed. A couple of substitutions here. First for Connecticut, Abe Melansky. Natural left back in for Andre Applewhite, and that's exactly where he'll hop into the formation.
Also, in the match for Connecticut, number 22, Andre Applewhite, he is replacing
Kunanang, the last substitution for Connecticut, with a minute until stoppage time. They're forced on the back foot right now. Camerath will have to play out of the back. How much room does Columbus Crew 2 give the visitors? They'll test the long ball. Skimple doesn't take any risks. Wolanski gets by, cross in, ball at the 6, and it's cleared away. Bombley breaks free. Had to fight through some defenders. Bombley with Camerath defending. Bombley! What can't this man do? A goal and an assist today. And he might have just clinched it for Crew 2. Look at that, he had to fight the shielding of Rickson Van Hees. And it was simple. Patience on Lucas Camerath. Took his time, put moves on the defender. Ultimately, Camerath screened Gunther Rankenberg. It's Kevin Bombley today with now his 6th goal on the season and his 5th assist. Emmanuel Ewing in for Crew 2. And Federico Higuain shares a lovely embrace with Kevin Bombley. A walk-off goal, you don't see that many. Ewing, his replacement, will finish the match, and Crew 2, the victory beginning to turn into a reality. 7 minutes of stoppage time indicated.
The fourth official has indicated that there will be a minimum of 7 minutes at a time.
Plenty of time for Connecticut to get back in, and this free kick should certainly help. What a moment this would be. Columbus scored 2 goals within 15 minutes. Connecticut, they won't have that much amount of time to work with. However, this free kick will certainly help. It's Dylan Lacey going for goal, and it's blocked. Lacey tiptoeing. Gomez. It was a good chance, but that wall of Columbus, ever so solid, and you can see Chris Rogers pumped up about winning the ball back. This certainly was not an easy match. Connecticut made all the right adjustments from the previous match on April 11th to stay well in contention with Crew 2 today. And the star players for Federico Higuain simply did what they do best. Sange, it's score. Bombley, it's create chances and get some helpers along the way. Crew 2 not done yet. Ewing dispossessed for the moment, but draws the foul in the process. Dribble through. Zenge couldn't find it through. Connecticut with room to run. Gomez. Can't find one of his teammates up ahead on the run. Poked free. Lacey plays it long. Offside against Kuanang, who also took a brutal hit in the process. We hope he's okay. Jamil Danjaji
For Columbus.
for Zach Zenge.
Zach Zenge. Is replaced by number 71, Jamil Danjaji.
Both teams beginning to empty out the bench. Under 2 minutes to go until the approximate end of this one. Nolan knocked away by Elliott. As Tanya has gotten forward at a good rate today for Connecticut. It's been these outside players of Columbus Crew 2 that have taken away service. Unlimited entries into the area. Slow roller punishing. Connecticut take advantage. Tanya in, chance, what a stop from Bruder! A leg extension preserves the shutout. And that ball sent way into the stands. Luke Pruder loves every second of it. Laurie Goddard has been an impactful sub off the bench today for Connecticut. And time again, he's been close to converting. But it's the defensive efforts and the pure skill of Luke Pruder that have bested him in his scoring chances. Pruder keeps this one far away from his net. Rickson Van Hees. Taylor nearly with the intercept. Rogers far. Connecticut might go a little longer, considering the goal celebration and substitutions made as Tanya puts this one home. We're not done yet. Barnabas Tanya keeps the heartbeat alive for Connecticut. We'll see how much more time is left in this one, but a timely strike as Tanya stays on side. You could see he was watching that back defender. Willing to time that run perfectly. It took patience and skill to finish it. And with this ball sent away, Connecticut have a chance to even it up.
Goal scored by number 7, Barnabas Tanya.
And there is the final whistle. The late game heroics from Barnabas Tanya. Not enough to make it a result for Connecticut United as Columbus Crew 2 continue to defend home turf. Now 5-0-2 on the year at home. It also sets up today's man of the match. It is Zach Zenge of Columbus Crew 2, and it's presented by Adidas. He got the scoring started off on a feed from Kevin Bombley, and a picturesque finish from a difficult angle to beat Gunther Rankenberg. That would make it 1-0. Columbus would go on to win this one 2-1. For our entire MLS Next Pro broadcast crew, I'm Josh Lill saying so long from Columbus, Ohio. Once again, our final score is Columbus Crew 2, Connecticut United won. Don't forget you can watch MLS Next Pro all season long at MLSNextPro.com and OneFootball. Have a great afternoon.
This copyrighted broadcast of Major League Soccer may not be retransmitted, reproduced, or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Major League Soccer.